What's up people, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're well. So today's video is a no bullshit guide to supplements. If I only had a certain amount of money to spend on supplements, which are the ones I'd prioritise and why. And this is going to be a quick summary for you so that you can have a one-stop shop for all of the supplements worth potentially investing in. Disclaimers, obviously, do your own research before you invest in any supplements, and if you are not taking care of your self-care habits such as your sleep, eating well, getting enough water in, training consistently, then obviously most of the supplements are going to be pretty useless if you're not taking care of yourself. That being said, I have done previous videos on more details on supplements, so if you are interested in a bit more detail behind each of the potential supplements, then I'll give you the links to the videos here. And also I've done a video on why I think BCAAs are a complete waste of money and a pointless supplement in general, really. Again, I'll link the video here. Now let's get into the summary of the supplements that I would actually recommend. So my first supplement that I would recommend you to invest in, especially because it's relatively cheap, is Creatine Monohydrate. Now, it's the most well-researched supplement on the market. It's proven to increase power output, strength, and give you potentially 10 to 15% benefit in terms of power output, potential reduction in fatigue, improved endurance, potential benefits for cognitive functioning, increase in lean muscle mass, and many other potential benefits. And because a 6-month supply costs you about 10 to 15 British pounds, so not very much at all, it seems to be a very good cost to benefit ratio. Creatine Monohydrate is the first one that I recommend. Secondly, I go for Whey Protein, and this is just for convenience. So there's no magic associated with Whey Protein as compared to, say, other good quality protein sources. That being said, when you consider the convenience of Whey Protein, where you can make shakes and have them on the go, bring them into work, have them as snacks between meals, it makes it so easy to hit your protein intake. If you are vegan, you can look at things like vegan equivalents of protein powders as well. So I would say a good quality Whey Protein is a great option for value for money, and just ensuring that you hit your protein targets daily, which some people can find an issue just through whole food sources and through your meals. So I would highly recommend getting Whey Protein just mainly for convenience in hitting your overall protein intake, which should be roughly around 2.2 grams per kilo of body weight per day. My third supplement in terms of sort of muscle gain and training and performance is going to be caffeine. Now, if you are prone to anxiety or have a high sensitivity to caffeine, obviously avoid it or use it in very small moderation. However, if you are fine with it and you can take it, then I would definitely recommend using caffeine and timing it around your workouts. So have a coffee or a pre-workout or some form of caffeine hit 30 to 45 minutes before a workout, and it's going to potentially help you in terms of focus and output in that gym session. And the thing about this is it's not a necessity, but if you can get an extra few reps per set, or you can get an increase in the weights in the gym and ensure that the stimulus provided in the gym is as hard as you can go, your ability to train hard matters so much in each session. And if caffeine can help you do that, then you're going to get so much more out of your sessions in the long term. So I personally would recommend using caffeine in if you have no issue on using it. Again, make sure that you use in moderation and you don't use too late into the day to have issues on sleep, but would highly recommend caffeine in terms of performance. Now we're going to get on to well-being. So in terms of the nutrient deficiencies that most people have, the majority of people don't eat enough fish, and fish contains fish oils, namely omega-3, and many people don't get enough omega-3 through their diet, which has important properties for things like brain functioning and if you don't consume 2 portions of fish per week, in particular one of those at least being an oily fish, mackerel, salmon, etc., then I think it's definitely beneficial to supplement with omega-3. Most people get enough omega-6 and 9 through things like nuts, olive oil, walnut oil, etc. So our Western diets are usually very rich in more like omega-6, and this ratio of omega-6 to 9 versus omega-3 is the issue for most Western diets. So a cheap omega-3 supplement with sufficient dosage is a great shout for overall health. I'd also recommend vitamin D. So vitamin D in any country where you are not getting sufficient sunlight, especially in the winter, is very beneficial and recommended generally to supplement vitamin D. So you can get it through your diet through certain breakfast cereals, things like that. Good mushrooms, I believe, as well, you get a bit of vitamin D from. However, it's quite hard to get enough through your diet and from sunlight if you are in a country with not much sunlight during the winter. So if you are in a country where you don't get that much daylight during the winter, I highly recommend that you supplement vitamin D, and it's very cheap. And then following on from vitamin D, I would say a general multivitamin. So if you can get a good quality, multivitamin that covers all bases, it can be seen as a good cheap insurance policy to ensure that you're not deficient in any micronutrients, vitamins and minerals that your body needs. So a good quality multivitamin could be a good insurance policy as such if you do have the odd day where you slip up. That being said, you should obviously try and prioritise getting in all the vitamins and minerals that your body needs through your diet before turning to any supplements. But because of the cost to benefit ratio for something like a vitamin D and multivitamin, I think it makes sense to take them because they're not very expensive. So there you have it. I try to keep this one relatively simple and no nonsense. If you have a limited budget and you're looking to prioritise supplements, I would definitely say prioritise creatine, whey protein, some form of caffeine to help when you work out, and then for general well-being, a vitamin D supplement, omega-3 and a multivitamin. There are plenty of notable mentions that I could go into in further detail. Things like ashwagandha or L-theanine for potential anti-anxiety, and then you could also look at beta-alanine and things like that for endurance, and other sort of pump products like citrulline. But I think these are all like a very small nice to haves, and for the majority of the population are probably not necessary if you're on a limited budget. So that's where I would prioritise my money, in that sort of order. Hope you found the video useful, and if you've got any questions at all on any of the supplements mentioned, just drop them in the comments or DM me on Instagram. Link in the bio for online coaching services if you are interested in taking your training and nutrition to the next level and getting the results that you've always wanted. Then get in touch, and the link is in the bio. Reminders to drop the video a like, subscribe for more content, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. See you later. Bye.